Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston, Chester. Glad to hear this first day of September 2016. Amazing how August has flown by. I'm always sort of glad to see August get by with the heat and humidity and not a lot of fish biting. It's just good to get it out of here. So September is always a great month, right next to the best month of the year, which is October. So let's get started with our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. All eyes are to the skies. We're expecting all kind of weather today. So, just stay posted. Electronics are so convenient now. You can sort of, within 30 seconds, find out what's going on. So I'll just give you a general view. We're going to have a strong wind, of course, and we're going to be on the what we call the good side of the storm. And it's going to be blowing 15 to 20 to 25. So be aware of that, and we'll have some rain, but not near as much as we're going to have on the bad side. Okay, let's take a look at the river regions right now. The Apalachicola at Bluntstown, it's at 1.5. It's been that way for about 2 weeks, and it looks like it's going to stay that way. Then the Choctaw at Caryville is on down to 3.2, and it's dropping on out. I don't think this weather is going to affect that very much. One thing I think we're going to see, I anticipated doing some fly fishing myself this Labor Day weekend, and I know some other folks had too, because, like I say, end of the summer fly fishing always good. But I'm thinking that strong wind may be really blowing some of those flies off prematurely out of the willow trees and all that. It gets some of those strong winds in certain places. So what we're going to have to do is try to find like a cove area where maybe they're still there. So wind and nature affects nature. It's as simple as that. Wind and rain. But I don't think we're going to have a lot of high water from this, okay? Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're in decent tides today. We're looking at high tide at 11:12 right there in the middle of the day, and a low tide at 7:41. Looking on Saturday's tides already. Saturday's all neap tide, so the weather will be on out of here by tonight and by tomorrow. So there'll be some bait fishermen, so we'll have some neap tide. So it'll be stirred up a little bit. All right, like I said, marine forecast gave it to you earlier. So let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. You always try to look on the bright side of anything that happens, naturally or with family or whatever. Even if the bad things, you always try to find a glimmer of hope, a little silver lining in the cloud, as the old timers would say. And I was thinking about this storm, that rotation. If it may blow some of those doves down prematurely. So think about that. It sort of rotates around. Those doves may get on tailwinds and come in a little bit early. So that might help dove season. Who knows? That's not scientific now. That's just the Winston Chester's thinking right there. Let's look at a couple of pictures right here. Lisa Fitzgerald remember she was on the show about 2 or 3 weeks ago with the CCA, Coastal Conservation Association tournament hall, and she and a friend they're scalloping. Now this is down around her area, around the Cedar Key area, down there. So that's not here, but it's a nice mess of scallops. Lisa Fitzgerald. How to stay healthy, okay? Think about deer, scout for deer, hunt for deer, shoot deer, eat venison, repeat. I just like that. I like that attitude right there. Okay, here's a good one right here. Bill Laminack, biggest to date. Now, Bill does a lot of fly fishing, ties his own flies and all. Good job, Bill. Okay, Steve Robertson, I want to just read this to you, what he wrote to me. Winston, please share and talk about this on the show as soon as possible. They pushed the vote to next Tuesday. From what I understand, they want to put restaurants and a water taxi, etc., and do away with the ramp at City Marina. We all know, let's see, I lost my place. I'm trying to read it off my iPad now. We all know if that ramp and parking goes, all the other ramps nearby will become a zoo. St. Andrews and Pretty Bayou and the college can't hold the overflow that will come. Not to mention it will cause boaters to have to run further from A to B, costing us more time and fuel. I've ran charters from that ramp for years, as do others, because of the central location, the good parking, and convenience. If that ramp vanishes, it will make life miserable for many. So that's Steve. Thank you for sending that information there. Okay, so we'll try to stay on top of that, find out what's going on. All right, talk about depression, suffered by hunters normally 8 months out of the year. Some cases are cured by predator hunting and fishing. Others are just simply incurable. Okay, how about this one right here? Ryan Mason, that's the biggest trout today. That's 29.5 inches. He really wants to break 30 inches. Nice trout there, Ron Mason. And let's see, one more. This is Chris Walding. Got these yesterday after work on the fly rod. Isn't that a nice mess of fish right there? Okay, and I think that's all we're going to have. Well, yeah, here's George Stewart. My buddy out there. I don't know if y'all know George, retired Coast Guard. He's elk hunting. He's out there. He's trying to call the elk. He's out there in New Mexico. Goes every year to New Mexico and elk hunts. So I know he's not watching the show this morning, but he will on occasion. Okay, I also want to, got an email here to read also, okay? I appreciate the email. What this does when you send us emails and information in, we get to share it. It's sort of like an outdoor forum, and we all voices are heard on here. So I'm happy to report that Will Spivey, this is from Bill Angevine, who fishes the pier all the time. I'm happy to report that Will Spivey and Panama City Parks and Recreation finally listened and did something to make fishing easier at the city pier. The stay back 400 foot from pier sign used to be in ankle deep water. It finally got moved about 60 yards deeper and is now in waist deep water. Moving the sign would allow us fishermen to bang on the sign when people are close to the pier. Another use for the pool noodle, okay? Cut about 1 to 2 foot length and then put a slit lengthwise. It can be used to drop a landing net back into the water from the pier, okay? And when releasing a oversized redfish, the pool noodle will prevent getting rope burn when releasing a large fish or stingray, etc. Bill Angevine. Good information there, and stay away from the pier within 400 feet. And there's so many people. I think a lot of people honestly don't know any better. But that sign, moving that sign, so glad you informed us on that. Don't forget red snapper season. I talked about red snapper season. It's so important to the area. I got a text a while ago. I mentioned yesterday maybe going on a head boat with Bobo, and I got a text from the head boats may not be going because they have a federal permit and not a state permit. So I think you're right on that. So maybe I won't be going with Bobo. We might have to just take him with some of us. So anyway, red snapper season open this weekend, and the storm should be on out of here, but it might be stirred up. A lot of times after a storm now, these old fishermen used to love fishing after storms, especially grouper fishing, because it really blows those grouper up. I have story after story of old fishermen doing that. Okay, one more thing. I talked about wade fishing the other day. I showed you some different places to go, and there are a lot more places I want to show you. But one thing I want to mention about wade fishing at bridge. Now, not bridge fishing, but wade fishing around the bridge. And that's always a good spot because what happens, you're always close to some deep water. But you got to be extra careful that you know the area and that you're in some sandy area. Big bridges and all, they don't have that channel real close to them. But the small bridges like Tarpon Dock and all, that channel drops off really fast. So you don't really want to wade out there and fish. But if you got a good sandy bottom, I know one place close to my house is right there at Lynn Haven Bridge. You can park right there at the park, and you can wade out in the sand. But now there's some deep holes out there. In fact, several years back, there was a drowning where someone stepped off. But you got to know the area, feel confident in it. Most important, always go with somebody else when you're wade fishing. Okay, and help each other out. But wade fishing around the bridge is always good. Okay, especially around flounder season. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Let's start the segment off. Yesterday, we had these windy afternoons and all, and I decided yesterday morning after the show, I was just going to ride up to the woods. So Gail, she likes to ride with me now up at the woods, so we just took a little picnic and went up there. And what did I do this time of year, right before, I try to get it done by Labor Day, of course, is start clear. You always got bushes and everything. I don't know about you, but it amazes me, and I've talked about it before, if you have the same kind of area, go back year after year, to watch how this stuff just keeps growing. It's fascinating to watch. Last year it didn't grow like this, and but it did, but I kept cutting it back. So cut your roads, your fishing, your hunting lanes and all that before you go into fishing for the weekend. That's what I try to do during the week, is my hunting stuff and then fish on the weekend. With that being said, I was, and I always want to hang postage signs, but before you get to that, I just brought one of my boots right here. I have another one that matches it, okay? But I just want to again tell you how important snake bite proof boots are, okay? You're going to get bit and all, but this is snake bite proof. I got these from Ronnie at C&G, Bushnell. They're comfortable, and I just feel in my younger days, I didn't even think about wearing something like this, but over the years and all, I just feel so much comfortable going in the woods, especially this time of year, because the snakes are out there, and if you're up there knocking around, cutting tree limbs and everything, and knocking your feet around, so you know what I'm talking about. So my tip of the day, make sure you wear snake bite proof boots, okay? And on your poster signs, you can see there's two kinds. This right here, I just put my phone number on it. They can call me. I don't put my address on it. I just put my phone number on it. And this is a sort of a heavy duty one. This will last a little longer, okay? You can put it on, I always put it on a piece of cut out board and all. It'll last a lot longer. And then you can buy them in a roll. See, this is just a roll of stuff right here. And it's tough material, it won't last so long. It's like paper material, but you can put this around a tree and all. So I didn't get near enough of them up yesterday, but anyway, we got started on it. It was a lot of fun, and guess what? I got some ticks and all. Can you imagine it? It's ticks and red bugs. You're going to get those. Just make sure when you get home you check yourself really good and make sure that you try to use some preventive measures if you can. Okay. Now, with that being said, we'll talk more about that too, and how to legally put up those postage signs and how far apart they should be. But right now, I want to get into this little video. And 1 year ago yesterday, my mom passed away, and in honor of that, I decided to, I want to do something, so I decided we're going to show this video, really the last one I took of her making, and what we had her making hush puppies, mama's hush puppies, and she was just renowned in the neighborhood and with the family for those homemade hush puppies she made, even when I was a kid and all the way through the era. Growing up, and we had a neighbor boy named Tony Paramore. When we cooked fish, he didn't want to come and get some fish. He wanted to come and get one of those hush puppies. So anyway, I decided we want to get it on film. I'd advise you to do this with some folks in your family. If they cook something really good and all, get a video of it. So Whitney's with her. I think Mom's a little camera shy on this. She don't really wasn't really normal self-talking and everything. But this is a recipe to Mama's hush puppies in honor of my mom. Okay, so let's roll this, Jeff. Okay, now we're here today. We're going to make some of the best hush puppies in the world. My mom makes the hush puppies, and everybody's crazy about them. I've always wanted to film her doing it, so she's going to show Whitney how she makes hush puppies. So, Mama, what's the first thing you do?
Put the meal in there, and then the flour.
All right, put the meal in there. All right, first thing is putting the meal. And this is an old family recipe. You watching, Whitney? Mm-hmm. All right. That was some Dixie Lily.
This is flour.
All right, now we're going to do some flour. All right.
I sift it.
How much you put in there?
About a cup, a cup full of each.
All right, a cup full of each, all right? And then we're going to sift it. All right. Don't worry about making a mess. Whitney, you want to do that for us? Sure. Let Whitney do that. All right, got it all sifted. All right, now what do you do?
Do it like this. Do your hands in it like this. That's right.
Do your hands like you're playing. You like that?
Yeah.
All right, now.
Put the onions.
All right, we're going to get got onions right here. They put all them in there?
You need a spoon.
All right, need a spoon.
Alright.
All right, then you just stir them up.
Alright.
All right, what's the next thing you do now?
Put the salt in it.
Put a little bit of salt. Okay. Just a little bit.
Just a,
All right. All right. And then you stir it up some more. You know. next thing to do?
Put the buttermilk in it.
I'll go ahead and put it. I'll go ahead. How much you put in?
I just forget.
Okay, go ahead. All right, about that much
Mix
in
it up?
Yep. We're just gonna mix it up good, get a good texture on it. Need some homemade hush puppies. Mama calls them doughboys. I'm gonna add a little bit more for the texture.
Go ahead and put the egg in it now.
The egg? Okay.
All right. All right, the egg goes next. You gotta crack it now. One egg.
Stir.
All right, stir it up good. That egg came out of the yard, didn't it? That's the yard, yard egg?
Our chicken eggs.
Your own chicken laid that egg. They're starting to look good.
That's it.
Right?
All right.
Now?
That's it.
All right, that's all it. All right, this is Mama's hush puppies. Welcome back. Hope you enjoy that. That's always special. I'd always be in our family and all, but that really is a great recipe for hush puppies, and it's we still make them that way, and so do my daughter when they cook fish and all. And let's say you make a meal out of it. Okay, let's move on now. As we always do in these situations, our fishing game time for today brought to us by Bear and Shrimp Marinade. We're looking at 12:36 to 2:36 this morning, and 12:59 to 2:59 after lunch today. So we've got a big weekend coming up. A lot of folks, almost everybody I know, is off for this weekend, and some folks will take off early on Friday and all. And I was thinking, I sure want to recommend that you do some outdoor things. And I started thinking, well, you can do this, you can do that. You know how I love to suggest to people what to do. So I started writing down. Y'all see this list right here? I mean, I could have kept on going, but I'm just going to go through it fast because I just want you to make sure you do some outdoor things with yourself and your friends, your family. Let's get outdoors. One of the first things I thought of, and as fall approaches, go out shooting. You can go out to the range, or you can go out to some of your property, or out somewhere. Just shoot your gun, and maybe start sighting in and just shoot. Just for the fun of shooting. That is fun. Food plot. We've talked about food plots. We'll talk about more. Make sure your food plot's started. Your feeder. Check your feeder. You see the commercial we have now? So many feeders will get clogged up, and everybody has that problem. This new corn tickler that we have now, that Tom has invented, that's well worth his time and money, so give him a call, okay? Fly fishing, late summer, talked about fly fishing, and the wind's going to be affected. It might be better toward the end of the weekend, the Sunday afternoons, especially Monday, might be really good fly fishing. It might be a little bit breezy tomorrow. Brimfish, you saw the picture about on the brim. That was called yesterday brim fishing. Highway 20, if you don't want to get out of your car, just drive up to Highway 20 or Ebro, drive up under the bridge there and just watch the sturgeon jump. They're jumping really good in late summer right now. That's a thrill, especially if you can get on video. Surf fish and over here in South Walton, you saw the pompano caught over there. Surf fishing is going to start picking back up now, and it's going to be good early in the morning. Red fishing is really good. We had Michael Coward on yesterday, saw some of his pictures. Of course, red snapper fishing, we talked about that already. Bass in ponds. I get some of the best pictures these golf course ponds just hold a whole bunch of bass, and I got a couple of those, a nucleus of boys that go around these golf courses and fish those ponds. They don't get in the way of anything, and they catch some nice bass. It's all catch and release, and of course you wouldn't want to eat those bass anyway. Think about all those chemicals that go. I don't know how they live in that, but anyway, they do. There's a lot of bass in these ponds. Boating, just go out, and a lot of y'all go out to Shell Island, just ride your boat. Go to Lake Seminole, Lake Talquin, and just get in a boat and ride around. Flounder gigging is picking up this late summer. Flounder gigging is going to be better and better as we go along. Like I said, the last week or two, I've gotten some reports of flounder a little bit off this year. And of course, you can go. Don't forget about going scalloping, swimming. Just go swimming. Right the place you can go swimming. You can go swimming in the Panhandle, a river, a lake. You can go in the bay, you can go in the Gulf, you can go in the pond, you can go in the creek. You got 6 places to go swimming here in the Florida Panhandle, and you don't have that every other place. I wrote down a water skiing. Okay, you can go water skiing. How about getting your cast net out and start practicing? Get a couple of practice throws in, because mullet will be coming in right around the corner. I love throwing a cast net. It's just a thrill to catch them. I'm gonna do a lot more cast netting this fall than I've done the last couple of falls. I promise you that. Wade fishing, we just talked about that earlier, and just go down and shooting a bow. I mean, I just listed all those things you can do this weekend. You can do it by yourself, you know, your family or friends, or shooting a bow. We're going to have a guest come on that she just loves shooting a bow coming on soon. So all these things are so important to just get out. They're all healthy, wholesome kind of activities to do. And I get a kick out of it. If you're going to swim any time of the year, this is the time of year to go swimming. Early September, late August, the water's going to be about as hot as it's going to get. So it's going to be comfortable. Now the springs won't be that warm. So all these springs around here, we're going to have a plethora of springs here in the Panhandle. So, but be aware that's going to be cold. Just get out and do some physical activity in the great outdoors. Got to start wrapping things up. As always, we want to let you know how much we appreciate the viewership, appreciate the emails y'all send in, the feedback we get. You know, we don't hit a home run every morning. The best thing we try to do is get some good base hits. So thank y'all for watching. Do something good for your fellow man today. You have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.